Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Boost Ventures. This is the first video to a new series that I'm starting called Old School RuneScape Quick Tips, which will be short videos on useful tidbits of knowledge to help you on your old school RuneScape adventures. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe. If you have a topic you'd like covered or know something that would have helped you as a new player, drop a comment below. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get into it. The basics of combat. To start things off, very basically, there are three main ways to deal damage to NPCs in RuneScape. The first one I'll be covering is the most common, and it's melee. Typically, melee combat will involve you fighting an NPC at a distance where they can hit you back. It's kind of in the name, melee. Melee armor is good versus ranged and melee, but weak to magic attacks. The second form of combat, and my favorite of the three, is ranged. Ranged is usually performed at a distance, and the armor has a lower defense to melee and ranged attacks, but a much higher magic defense. The final combat style is magic, which is done at a distance, much like the ranging skill, but it's better against melee targets as they're usually going to have a lower magic defense. The armor for this combat style is not strong against most attacks, as they're just robes. There are a few exceptions, but they're usually later game investment as opposed to melee and ranged. What skills affect each style? Your skills affect your chosen combat style in different ways, but for the most part, it's very self-explanatory. Melee combat is affected by both strength and attack, with the attack skill increasing accuracy, and strength affecting your maximum hit. Along with increasing accuracy and maximum hit, both of these skills have different weapons that can be wielded at higher levels. Most weapons for melee fall under the attack skill, with the primary exception being warhammers and the obsidian maul, both of which require the strength skill to wield. Many weapons require a minimum in both attack and strength, however, so keep that in mind as you train. The ranging skill is solely affected by your range level, with higher levels having both higher accuracy and strength versus lower levels, and allowing more gear to be equipped. There are exceptions to this, such as the armor requiring defense, but that's kind of a shared thing between all three skills, so keep that one in mind as you're training. The magic skill is a bit of an odd skill, as magic skill is solely affected by your magic level, which, like ranged, increases your magic accuracy and strength, but also it increases your magic defense. A higher magic level is also more useful than just combat, as there are many teleports around the world, which require you to have the correct magic level, which makes it an incredibly useful skill to level early on. The final skill, which affects your combat directly, and is extremely important to combat with any of the three styles, is your prayer level. The prayer skill allows you to use different prayers, which give your character an increase to accuracy, strength, and defense. It also allows the use of overhead prayers, which completely negate damage from the style that you protect against. It's an essential skill to high-level bossing, and is extremely useful for Slayer tasks. Basic gearing guide. When you're gearing up to train combat, or just to go fight something, there are a few considerations to make towards what you wear. Under the gear tab, you'll see that there are a lot of stats on the screen. The first section increases your attack bonus, and the higher this number is, the more likely you are to hit against your opponent. Below that is your defense bonus, and raising these stats will increase your chances of effectively blocking an attack, without reducing the damage taken from the attack. After that is your other bonuses, which is a bit misleading. These stats are the most important ones we've covered so far. The strength bonus of melee and ranged increases your max hit with that style, and more often than not, a higher max hit is better than more chances to hit, as you'll have a wider range of damage of which you can deal. Magic damage is a flat increase in percent with this. There are only a few pieces of gear which can be used to increase this, the most common of which is the occult necklace. You also have your prayer bonus, which will allow you to increase the time that you can use your prayers, saving you a lot of money in the long run. The last tab is the target specific bonuses, with undead being an increase to undead monsters through the salve amulet and its variants. The basic and enchanted salve amulets only have an increase with melee, with the imbued being an increase to all three styles. Slayer damage can only be increased through the black mask and the slayer helmet, which, much like the salve, is only an increase to damage with melee until you imbue it through the Nightmare Zone minigame. You also have the set bonus. This is a lot like other MMORPGs in that there are a few sets of armor in the game which give a set bonus to a certain way of playing, and it can be very useful. The most common ones are the Void Knight armor set, which increases accuracy and strength depending on which style of helmet you're wearing, and the Barrow sets, of which the two most common are Guthan's for its passive healing and Deherox for its one-hit potential. Alright, that's going to do it for the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed and learned something, feel free to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. And hope I helped you along the way. And like I said in the beginning, if you have ideas for new videos, something that you wish you would have known as a new player, or if you are a new player, something that confuses you, go ahead and drop it in the comments below, and I'll do my best to make a video on it. That's going to be it though. Alright, goodbye.